Hey everybody, I think this is going to be a quick little addition to my little keepsake journal for daily quotes and inspirations that really kind of strike me. So I created this little book so that I could gather all of those things in one place. So this was made during a New Beginnings event on January 8th this year, 2024. So if you want to find that video, you can certainly go back in the videos here on the page and look for how I made the book. But I found another quote that I really like. So I'm gonna let's just hold that open for a minute like that. And here is the quote that I found that I really liked. Give me a quiet life, one where I can hear the trees rustling in the wind, raindrops on the windows, pages of a book being turned, coffee being brewed, and the heartbeats of the ones I love. It's from Imperfectly Simple, and I really liked it. So I'm going to put this in my book. So it's as easy as this. I found it, printed it, have been saving it so that I could add it to my book. I'm going to give myself a little 15-minute craft therapy session here and create a simple page just to keep and hold on to this pretty little quote that I really, it just really struck me, something I really like. Okay, so these little pages are little, so they're perfect for little things like this. Oh, I can still see a little bit of white. Let's try to get rid of that. And I think what I'm going to do is just do this side of the page. I can always change my mind and add more later to this side, but I'm going to stick to just this one side, the right side, for putting these pages together. I grabbed a little wax seal that is a little bee, and it has blue and gold in it, so it kind of matches that. But before we put that down, I just need something to hold this page down for me. I'll use my little printer. I'm gonna add a little gesso to this page, just to add a little color. So I'm gonna grab a couple of bottles of gesso, beige and green, and we're just gonna paint a little bit of this on, just to add some color to the background here. Nothing fancy, right? Quick, easy, therapeutic, and fun. Okay, I think maybe this has been sitting for too long. Let's see. Can we get anything out of this bottle? Nope. That one's a done. A dunner. Done. This one, still good. I think it matches nicely. It's just like it says it's green, but it almost looks like a very light blue to me. And I'm randomly just adding, whoa, that's a lot, but it's okay. Randomly adding it to the page just in a really abstract way. Nothing fancy. I just want to add something a little decorative here. I like the texture of it, the color. I like that it's on there really whimsically, like it's just slapped on there. It's nothing fancy. Okay, that. And then I'm going to get some, of course I have to get some textiles. So I'm going to grab my Bits and Bobs basket. And let's see what we have in here that we could put on this page. Like I'm thinking a little piece of fabric, you know, even just a little strips of fabric from a quilt that I made one time that I've been like looking for a place to use. Like that could be really cute behind you, but it's much too big. I don't need this much of it. So let's tear this down into smaller scraps. I love the torn look because it gives you that really ratty appearance. I'll probably add glue, but let's just see for the sake of, maybe I'll add one tiny little chunk down here, over here somewhere. I'm not sure. I like to lay it out so I can see kind of how it's gonna look. I'm super visual, so I need to see it to believe it kind of thing. I have this pretty little white fabric with little blue flowers. Just adds a little dimension and textile and uses up my scraps. It's a great scrap buster. So what if we did something like that as a backdrop? Oh, we lost the white one. Might be a little bit too much. Might be a little too much. Although, what if we went this way up here? Kind of framing it a little bit. I don't mind that. I think I would put this behind this one though. There's no right or wrong. It's just what you feel like doing, honestly. And I would encourage you really, if you're doing tired crafting, if you're doing craft therapy for like me time, relax time, I really encourage you to let go of the idea that anything has to be a certain way. It doesn't. It can land whatever way it wants on your page and you can be happy with it. But it does take a little effort if you're used to things being really perfect, and if you're an overthinker, that's going to be a hard practice for you. So just give it a shot. Try it. Try to just relax about it, to not be overly committed with the outcome of what you're doing, but more, I'm looking for a page ripper, you guys, so just bear with me for a minute. I want you to consider like being more interested in just the therapy time. This isn't about the outcome. You don't have to worry about anybody judging this. It's likely no one or very few people will see these pages unless you share them somewhere. So it's really just for you. It's just for you to enjoy. I'm wishing I had torn this instead of cutting it, but I'm doing a quick shred on this on the sides to make it a little more aged looking. In fact, you could just crumple it up and really give it an aged look. The corners are really, really perfect. Let's do a little tearing. Up. All right, we're gonna let go of it. We're not gonna worry. Remember, we're not gonna worry. Okay, the fabric is too much. I do like the one piece. I felt like the rest of it was too much, but what if we did something like that? I don't want to lose the origin of it or where it came from, but I could do that like that, or just put this down here on its own. I'm going to add another color. I had grabbed 2 colors originally, but my gesso is out. So let me grab another color here. What do we have? We have a light blue. I'm going to grab like a darker color. That's not quite dark enough. Hold on. I'm looking. Now it's just an acrylic paint, but I'm going to add a few splashes of this somewhere on here. I need to find out a little paintbrush, please. Okay, I'm actually going to do it this way. Use this as my source. And I think what I'll do is just smear a little bit of this on the edges just to add another color. I don't want to hide the color underneath. I just want to add some more color. Squishing it in. Listen, have fun with your supplies, play with them. Don't take it too seriously. Don't worry about things being perfectionism, because they don't need to be. It's just for your own relaxed time. Kind of like that. I think, as much as I like this, I think it's kind of messing with my head. Although that could be cute, right? That could be cute. That could work. Don't overthink it. If this goes back in the basket, we'll find some other use for those someday. Maybe just a little piece of jute or something like that would be, you know what I have? Hang tight, folks. Hang tight. Coming back. Now I have these scraps. I had used this for something. It's like a wired ribbon, but it's burlappy. That's kind of cool. I like it. It's super chunky, which I like. I better do a little mending there before I do anything, huh? Can I fix it? I'm just going to try to. Make it not so ripped. Okay, now let's glue some stuff down. This is very difficult to glue down because it is so gnarly and it's got all those holes. So I'm going to add a little bit of You can really see it with this tacky glue. The other glue is clear, Fabrifix, whatever it is. It's clear, but this one you can see. So let's do that. So for a visual, you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna put a whole mass of glue on here and squish it down onto that surface. It's gotta be thick because it's gotta get through. I don't want it to form to this little grate, but it's gotta stick to it. So enough so that it will, and I'm gonna gently press. I don't wanna, if I rub my hands all over it with some pressure, I'm gonna get the shape of that thing underneath it. So I don't wanna do that too harshly, but just a gentle rub. And then right over my torn edge, but I think this is gonna go right here. Although I actually like it better on this side. There, decision made. Not so hard, right? I do like to date stamp, and I don't know if I did that first time, but I have this tiny little date stamp that I use. What is today's date? Let's see if I can get it. I think it's the 21st, yeah. So I'm gonna date stamp it because it just makes me happy to know when I did it. I don't know why. It's just something I like. I'm gonna grab a brown. I think it'll match best. I usually just put it on the bottom right somewhere. Did I do this page? I didn't, but that's okay. That's all right. There, my next page in my little keepsake inspiration journal is done. See how fast and easy that was? Don't overthink your craft time, your me time, your craft therapy. Just to gift yourself 15 minutes to create and to play with your supplies in a way that's meaningful and helpful to you. I wish you a very blessed day. Thanks for being here with me. Take care of yourself.